Hi, I'm Arlene and I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some fragrances for spooky season, ghost and goblin season, Halloween, uh, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, costume season. That's what we're going to be talking about, but we're going to be talking about it as far as what fragrance a character might wear. So, if you're interested in this, keep watching. Hello and welcome to all of the new and existing subscribers. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Um, oh, I have lots of videos about all type of different things, hauls, fragrance combos, layering videos, and a lot of them I have in playlists. So if you want to keep watching me, go to some of those playlists. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Actually, I'm going to start off with leave a comment because after I got my list together, I was thinking, man, I should have did layering combos for this list. If you're interested in any of the fragrances I'm naming, let me know in the comments if you want to know a suggestion to layer it with. Okay, so let's get started. The first one, I have just a few notes here. So my first character is Elvira. So if you're familiar with Elvira, you know she's beautiful, long, jet black hair, has a really slinky, tight, long black dress on. And so, because of the shape of the bottle, I imagine that she will be wearing Good Girl. So, Good Girl is a beautiful coffee, tonka, vanilla, um, a few fruits at the top. Maybe I should spray something instead of my hand, but we're going to see what we can do. Maybe some mandarin, some citrus at the top. It has some chocolate, or it smells like it has chocolate. It could be the tonka, the vanilla, and the coffee mixing together is making me think chocolate. Very long lasting, very delicious, beautiful scent. It is a sultry scent or a sexy scent. So I imagine that the character Elvira would be wearing Good Girl. Okay, so my next character would be Thin Man. So I looked it up, and there was a whole series in, I don't know if it was 30s, maybe 30s or 40s, about a detective that was named Thin Man. It has a few pictures of him, but when I thought of Thin Man, I thought of the Thin Man that was in Charlie's Angels. Tall, very slim, black hair, slick, part down the middle, sleek black and white suit, and dangerous, more like a villain. So I chose Barakkat, Barakkat, girl, get it together. Barakkat by Fragrance World. This is Barakkat Satin Oud. So this is a fragrance that's really smooth. It does have oud, but it may smell a little bit different to you because it has a prominent note of violet. So it's like the oud and the violet mixed together. Is, like I said, it's very smooth, it's blended well, and then after you spray it and it dries down a little bit, it has that little fluffy airy thing going on. But when you first spray it, it may be off-putting. But when it dries down, it's a very nice, smooth, different type of fragrance. Yes, it's pretty. I think it's very pretty. But I can see that it won't be for everybody. So, in my head, this will be a good fragrance for Thin Man from Charlie's Angels. And again, the fragrance is Barakkat Satin Oud by Fragrance World. It's a Middle Eastern fragrance. Okay, so my next character is Blackula. And the Blackula that I'm thinking about is the one that Eddie Murphy played in. I don't think the name of it was Blackula, but it was Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett. So if anybody remembers the name of that movie, because I didn't look it up, I went from memory, let me know. It might be Vampire something. I don't remember. But back in the day, and maybe still today for some of the older people, Eddie Murphy was that guy. He was a sex symbol on the screen. And so him coming out with that movie playing Blackula, we loved it. So in my mind, Blackula is wearing Black Orchid. This is a scent. You either love it or hate it. It is a very different type of scent, but I think it is beautiful. It has truffle, chocolate, vanilla, the kitchen sink. It has everything in here. And it is good. It is beautiful. It's slightly sweet. And I think it's the truffle that gives it that different type of scent. It's long lasting. This is a unisex fragrance. Men and women can wear it. A lot of women seem to like it on men and not on themselves, but I like it on me and I like it on men. So Blackula would be wearing Tom Ford Black Orchid. Okay, so originally I thought of the fragrance because to me it is an original, it's unique, and then I thought of the character. So this time, and it actually would probably be a lot of mermaids this year because of the movie The Little Mermaid, and because it's probably just a iconic character to be when you have a chance to dress up. So my fragrance is Versace Crystal Noir. It's the EDP. This is a beautiful coconut nutty fragrance. This is so good. It has some vanilla in it. I don't remember what the florals are. It might be some type of white floral, maybe some jasmine or something. Slightly sweet from the vanilla, but it has the coconut and it has a nuttiness to it. I can't remember. It might be a pistachio note. I'm not sure. But this was good. I recently wore this when I was in Punta Cana, and it did the damn thing. It smelled so good. And it's long lasting. I smelled it on my clothes when I took it out the suitcase to put them in the wash. This was good. And this is good. So, Crystal Noir, if you have never smelled it, give it a try. Give it a wear. Because I'm not sure if it's a fragrance that you would like as soon as you smell it. But let it dry down on your skin. Walk around with it. It is beautiful. You can find this at a lot of, you can find it inexpensively. You don't have to go to Macy's or Sephora or Ulta. You can find this usually at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those type of stores. So this is Crystal Noir by Versace. Actually, my friend has the EDT I have the EDP. I smelled hers. I couldn't tell the difference. So it smells the same to me. So I just have the EDP. Now, once again, I thought of the fragrance before I thought of the character. So not even the fragrance, but the shape of the bottle. So this time I have Hypnotic Poison, which resembles a apple to me. And so I thought of the character Snow White, or even the Evil Queen. So if you wanted to be pretty and cute, you can dress up as Snow White. Or if you want to be sultry, devilishly beautiful, you can dress up as the Evil Queen. Or you can dress up as the witch she portrayed that gave Snow White the apple. So the fragrance is Hypnotic. Hypnotic is a very pretty, sweet, soft, fluffy, vanilla, almond fragrance. It does have some plum and maybe red berries or something at the top. But to me, it just dries down really as a vanilla almond fragrance that's just beautiful. So, Hypnotic Poison is for Snow White or the Evil Queen. Next, I have this beauty, which is Rose Petals. This is by Maison Alhambra, a Middle Eastern fragrance, or Arabian. I think you're supposed to put a C at the end. I'll stick to Middle Eastern. This is a beautiful spicy rose vanilla fragrance. Slightly sweet, it's sultry. It has a little bit of powderiness in it. So it might have some iris, heliotrope, or something like that in it. And the spiciness, I don't know what the spice note is. But it also has like a little bit of a nuttiness to it. And that could be the combination of the flowers with the spice and the rose. Very pretty, long-lasting, sultry fragrance. So this is Rose Petals, but I was thinking Rose Prick. So I also thought Sleeping Beauty, because she got pricked by a rose or thorn. And so Sleeping Beauty is the character, and this beautiful rose petal fragrance would be what Sleeping Beauty would be wearing. Okay, so the next fragrance I thought of is Marc Jacobs Decadence. This is and the character I thought of was a gargoyle. So I looked up what a gargoyle really is, because when you see it, it's not appealing. It's very ugly. It's a flying little monster. So Decadence, by it coming off a little bit sharp, a little bit tart or tangy, and then change into a beautiful vanilla as it dries down, I thought this would be perfect for a gargoyle, because a gargoyle is said to be a spiritual protector. So even though it comes across as something ugly or unappealing, it is a spiritual protector. And this comes off a little bit strange and different, but is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. It has some plum. I think it has rhubarb in here. It smells like it has rhubarb. It may not. Of course, it has vanilla. It may even have some rose. It smells like it has rose to me. Y'all, my stomach is growling. It is beautiful. I love the opening of this fragrance, and I especially love the dry down. So this is Marc Jacobs Decadence for a Gargoyle. So my next fragrance is Venom of Love. So Venom of Love, I thought of snakes, and my character is Medusa. So I looked up Medusa. It's one of the Greek characters. I remember I used to like Greek mythology movies when I was growing up, but I didn't really get into a lot of Greek mythology. But if that type of movie came on, like Hercules or something like that, I watched it. And I remember the Medusa character. In that movie, she might not have been beautiful, but when I looked it up, it says that she was a beautiful woman and had been raped by many gods, and they cut off her head, and that's when it became snakes. So that's the backstory. It is a fun character to dress up as, so I thought Venom of Love. This is Paulina Shar fragrance with Navitus. It is a beautiful cherry, a chocolate covered cherry fragrance. It has some vanilla in it. It's sweet and pretty. Very long lasting to me. The cherry right now is coming off a little bit more sour to me. Now it is sweetened up. I haven't worn it since early this year maybe. But it's a beautiful cherry fragrance. It's has the chocolate, maybe some raspberry and other fruits in here, with some vanilla. Not sure if the flowers, it may have a rose or something. It's very gourmand, very pretty, very gourmand, long lasting, and it's a dense fragrance. So this is Venom of Love. It's an extrait de parfum by Navitus and Paulina Shar, and my character is Medusa. So my next fragrance is another one that starts off with a different type of opening, and then it dries down to a beautiful hazelnut, vanilla, chocolate, creamy sweet fragrance. So we have the beautiful Angel Muse EDP. And my character to go with Angel Muse is the Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I thought of this because of the smell. If you remember the Oompa Loompas, they were little orange, little people, midgets with green hair, white little outfit. So it would be a cute character to play. I probably can play it. I'm only 5 foot, but I'm not doing it. Actually, when I was in high school, I had some friends that used to call me Oompy because I'm so short. And they used to be like, you look like a Oompa Loompa. But this is beautiful. I haven't sprayed it. Or if I did, the smell went away. So this starts off like you get the grapefruit, so it's kind of bright at the beginning. It may be a little bit off-putting, but you let that dry down, come in. This is the traditional Mugler that gave you something exciting and different and strange. So when it starts to dry down, you get the vanilla, the hazelnut, the chocolate. So the hazelnut, they always like the hazelnut spread, it shows with the chocolate or cocoa. So it's like a Nutella type fragrance. And I think it has some rose in here and patchouli to ground it. This is beautiful, long-lasting, compliment getter. And because you get that chocolate, I came up with the character from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And my character is the Oompa Loompa. Since in my mind, they work with all the chocolate, they smell like chocolate. So my next fragrance is strong, powerful, beautiful, commanding type scent. So I chose Shaghaf Oud for my character Xena, the warrior princess. So I used to like that show, and I used to like her going. I used to like that. And so she was powerful. She was beautiful. She was strong, fighting, in your face, not backing down, like Shaghaf Oud. I haven't worn her in a long time, like since the spring. She is beautiful. Now, you may not be ready for her because this is a oud fragrance. It has the rose, it has the oud, it has some praline. It might have some vanilla, or it might be the praline that's giving it the sweetness. It's very sweet, very powerful, in your face, long lasting. You got to be ready for her. So that's why the character Xena, the warrior princess, came to mind. Now side note, okay, so I had to look her up again because I wanted to see the costume. And I didn't know that she was supposed to be like in a lesbian relationship with her sidekick. And they had a lot of different lesbian characters on the show, a lot of gay characters on the show. So they were above it before its time, before it was so popular, or not even popular, but more what is the word I'm looking for? More mainstream. Because now you see it on TV all the time. But this show was out in the 90s, like the mid 90s. So I was surprised about that. I didn't know she was supposed to be gay. Didn't know. I just remember her fighting and making that noise and beating up everybody and being powerful. But that was my side note about Xena. And my fragrance is, I forgot this shines a lot. There you go. Shaghaf Oud by Swiss Arabian for Xena, the warrior princess. Okay, so this is my last fragrance and characters with an S. So when I was wrapping up getting all the fragrances, I seen this pretty girl, Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry. So I said it has to be some female characters in the comics that has something to do with fire. And sure enough, I found a few. I found a character named Fire, a character named Fire Flame. So wait, and Phoenix. So I think Fire Flame and Phoenix are from like the DC comics or girl, what's the other one? Marvel. DC Comics and Marvel. Okay. And then Fire was created um like off the TV or something from some other character, and then she got put into the comic books. So her discovery or creation was different because I think she was on TV or created in somebody's mind or something. Then they put it, of course, then they put it in the comics, but the other characters were in the comics and went to TV. So she must have went to TV, then the comics, and the other one was the comics to TV. So all of these characters, if you wanted to be a fire or fire flame or a phoenix character, they have some cute costumes. Well, the way they're drawn, I didn't look up the costumes, but the way they're drawn, the characters are drawn, it will be a cute costume. Okay, so that is all of my fragrances and characters or costumes I came up with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, it was for Halloween. Time for, of course, little ones to dress up in their costumes, but it's also time for us grown folks to have some fun and go to a costume party and let loose and smell good. Okay, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and especially leave me a comment if you want to know what I would layer these fragrances with, because after I got everything together, I was like, I don't have time to try to think of things to layer these with. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.